everyone, and welcome back to the adventures of Turwinkle, the gnome mage. Well, hi Turwinkle.
Salutations.
And did you sleep well last night?
Affirmative.
Great. Well, as you can see, we are in Stormwind here, and what we're going to do today is we're going to fly out to Westfall, and we're going to interview the guild called the Cult of Zemlja. And so let's go ahead and fly out there, and we're going to let everybody watch this because we haven't gone to Westfall before. So let's see here. Hello, Dungar Long Drink. We'd like one trip to Westfall, please.
Light be with you.
Light be with you, sir. Let's see here. Well, let's head out to Senatil Hill, and that's kind of the main place in Westfall, so we'll fly out there.
Light bless you.
Light bless you too, sir. Okay, as you can see here, flying over Stormwind, heading out. And what's going on this week is the Midsummer Fire Festival. As you can see here, we just received the Bonfire's Blessing. We also have the Fire Festival Fortitude on. If we look at the map here while we're flying, you can see that the Midsummer Fire Festival began last Friday and will end next Wednesday. So it's a nice little holiday that you can do different quests and stuff on. So here we go, we're flying through the trees here. Hang on, Turwinkle. Ooh. Okay, we're flying over some bears. And actually, I think Hogger is right over there to the left. And, oh my, what the heck is with the... Is there a tornado in the middle of the... Looks like a tornado over there. Okay, and actually an unbound cyclone. Okay. They look like a giant bird, too. So much to see here. Okay, flying in. Coming in for a landing. Whoop. And we are in Westfall, so let's find out where we're going to meet, and we'll see you folks when we get there. Okay, well, we've joined up with the guild in the party feature here, so you can see that we have Rilgan, Xristos and Cashlen, and we're going to go meet them. So we look on the map here, and you can see they're right over there. So we're going to hop on Glen here, and we're going to take a trip out there. And I thought I would ride Glen and let you folks to see a little bit of Westfall, because we haven't ever been here before. So heading hopefully that looks like the right way. And there seems to be a bunch of fighting with some of these Riverpaw bandits. So we'll just ride right through the battle there and head on over. Okay, it's a Riverpaw herbalist. Ooh, we discovered Stendhal's Pond. Alright, some cyclones and pigs. It looks like a flesh ripper. Oh, nice. Oh, here they are. Okay. And I see him coming up, so thank you, Glenn. You got us here safely. Let's hop off. Whoop! And it looks like kind of a very... Boy, look at that thing. I don't know if they can see that behind them, but there's kind of a tornado thing back there, guys. I don't know if you see that, but okay. All right, well, so here we are, and let's get to talking with these folks. Okay, so here we are with the guild, the Cult of Zemlja. All right, so he killed a mouse. Anyway, so let's see who we've got here. We've got the guild leader, Rilgan. He's the Geodim. I believe that stands for guild leader. Also, Farmer Rilgan. He's an affliction warlock as well. His nickname is Rilgi, and he currently doesn't exist. He's out of character, and which means he had died at some point, and hopefully he's going to come back to life. I believe that is his storyline. He's going to come back. Okay. And we have Xristos, Grimhowl, Apostle of Zemlja. He's a Zemlja warrior, Specken, Executioner, Marauder. His next name is Chris of Gilneas, and he is currently setting his subtle prowess to a prolonged trial. Oh, okay. So let's see here. And we have Cashlen, Pomfret. She's an acolyte of the Cult of Zemlja, and she is a level 33 Gilnean Worgen warlock. Morgan Warlock. Say that one 3 times fast. All right, so let's find out all that we can about the guild, the Cult of Zemlja. All right, kind of an interesting bunch here. So let's take a look and ask some questions. So I ask the Cult of Zemlja, first of all, how is a cult different than, say, a house guild or a military style guild? And Rilgan says, I'd say what makes a cult different from a house or a military guild is that we revolve around faith. Like a military guild, we are well organized. I said, okay. I said, so, excellent. How did you come up with the name? It's very unique. The Cult of Zemlja, I mean, that is a unique name. And he says he just chose a name that draws attention well. And he looked up different names for Earth and chose Zemlja, which is really actually I've never heard of that before. So great. He says it draws attention well, which I think is important, and I say that it's important to separate yourselves, make your guild stand out. And that's kind of one way that you can do it, is by having a unique name. And so the Cult of Zemlja, that does kind of make you think, wow, okay, this is something different than the normal hack and slash type names. So interesting. So let's go ahead and ask some more questions. All right. So we ask, so how many members do you folks have at the moment? And Rilgan checks. He says the Cult of Zemlja has 5 members that are active. The total number of members is 8. I said, great. So tell me, is the Cult of Zemlja an RP guild primarily? He says, yes. We primarily roleplay on the server. I said, when did you form the guild? He said, Rilgan says, I formed the guild in March after the Black Ooze Pandemic plague event. It was a glorious day for me. It's like the Black Ooze Pandemic, what was that? It was a plague that had roamed Stormwind City for 3 days. Yikes. He nods, he says, it might make a return. I was like, oh, let's hope not. So, what do you folks look for in people who might want to join you folks? You've kept the guild small. I assume this is by design? Said the Geodem, which is him, expects his followers to be loyal, obedient, and ready to kill. We aren't a small guild on purpose. I do like to say that we're like an actual cult because we are small in numbers. So, great. Again, you don't have to be AIE with 800 members to enjoy RPing on Wormrest or any RP server, or pretty much any server really, to enjoy RPing. If you have a group of friends that enjoy RPing with you, be it 2 or 200, if you get together, you're having a good time role-playing, that's what it's about. And so, great. So let's ask a few more questions, shall we? Okay. So Cashlen and Xristos. I'm gonna say Xristos or Xristos. I think it's Xristos. So sorry, butchering your name. What made you join or want to join the Cult of Zemlja? And Cashlen says, I found it more interesting than the cults already set in game, and after creating Cashlen and some thought, I realized she'd fit well within it, aside from rubbing dirt on herself, that is. And that's part of their rituals, is to rub dirt on themselves using the earth, because again, they are the Cult of Earth, and so they use dirt and stuff like that. So Xristos says, I was particularly drawn to the rich history, though short, of this cult. The originality tied in with the belief system of this cult also compelled me to join. So again, if you come up with an interesting storyline, you are going to draw people to you and that have similar interests or really find your story interesting. So great. I said, fantastic. So if someone was looking to join up with you folks, how would they go about it? Who would they seek out? Rilgan says, a Specken would seek out those whom I believe are cult-worthy. I also just whisper and ask. I see. So, do you RP with someone before inviting them, like an IC interview? Speckins like Xristos here watch people 24/7 in Stormwind City. He growled and nods. Would you consider your guild RP-wise good or evil? When you hear the word cult, most people take that to mean an evil guild. Is that what you would consider yourselves? No, we are good guys here on Earth. The cult of Zemlja only seeks to establish order through death so that I can rule with an iron fist. So we follow a good number of principles as our law. Undeath is against one of our principles. Okay. I would think most people that like life would consider that quote unquote bad. So he brings up an interesting point, is that what you might consider good may be considered bad or evil to other people. So just because they want to kill everybody on the earth so that they can rule it, to them that is a good thing. To everyone else on the other side of that equation might find that to be a bad thing. He says, I guess, I told him that. I said, so the people that would like to live might consider that bad. He says, I guess, those deviants in their penumbra would think so. That is why we must kill them. And Cashlen says, with fire. Oh, okay, so Turwinkle's getting a little uncomfortable here. So, great. Okay, so let us finish up here, shall we? Alright, so we ask, do you have a website or any other ways for people to contact you? Rilgan says, we have a lovely thread on the Wormrest Accord forums. In the thread, I provide ample information about the fabulous guild that is of Zemlja. I well recommend using the mailbox to communicate with us in World of Warcraft. We do not have a website. I personally don't believe it's worth the time. And again, everybody has their own style, and so he doesn't prefer a website. That's fine. And I said the forums is actually a really great tool to reach people on the Wormrest Accord server by using the Wormrest Accord server's forums. And I tell him so. I said the forums is a great tool to use. He says, yes, it's the greatest tools in my opinion. And Cashlen said, the thread is how I found out about this guild. Rilgan says, we do have a nice advertisement otherwise. So he also advertises on the server itself. He says, would I like to see it? And of course. So it says, you're walking in the cathedral district when suddenly a bird lands on your shoulder. Hey, you should join the cult of Zemlja. It'll be a blast, said the bird. You'll realize the bird is right, and you leave civilization to worship dirt. It says it's a comedic advertisement that parodies the other advertisements from the server. And so he uses the advertisement in the server to gather more people. And again, it looks like they're being selective on who they gather. But if you're interested, that's a way to find out about them, is by going to the Wormrest Accord server forums and look them up there as well. I said, very nice. I said, so is there anything else you would like people to know about the cult of Zemlja before I let you go? And Riley says, I only want to say, soil embrace your feet. And that is their way of, I guess, saying goodbye. And he asks, does any of these guildies have anything to say? And Xerxes does not, which is fine. And Cassius says, all right. Adjusts her goggles smartly and says, Zemlja sees you. So fantastic. A great looking bunch here. Like the red, the dark red colors there on their tabards and stuff. So a great looking bunch. And a lot of fun. Once again, your guild does not have to consist of 8 million people all in your guild to have a good time. These folks have a small guild, but they're enjoying what they're doing, and a very unique guild, to say the least. So if you're interested in joining the Cult of Zemlja, contact Rilgan or Cashlen, or I'm going to say Grimhowl here, and they'll be happy to give you the information you need to join them. And you can also look them up on the forums, or look out for their advertisement as well in the game. So great job, guys, and we hope to see you further in the game. So Turwinkle, you did a good job here. Let's say goodbye to them. We'll give them a nice wave. And these guys have been really great. And so once again, if you're interested in joining them, contact these folks. So we will send Turwinkle back to the Arathi Highlands. So thank you again, folks. So we'll see you folks when we get there. And we're back in the Arathi Highlands, back in our tent. What an interesting group, weren't they, Turwinkle?
Sure.
Yeah, they sure were. The Cult of Zemlja. So again, if you folks are looking to join a completely unique guild, this is definitely the way to go. Darn you, Midsummer Fire Festival. Always popping those things on me. Eesh. Okay, so Turwinkle, excellent job, sir. Those were a fun group to interview, and so way to go. So if you folks liked the episode, click like. If you'd like to comment about either the Cult of Zemlja or anything else, please do so below. Let us know how we're doing. And if you'd like to join Team Turwinkle, we'd love to have you. So subscribe today. Well, Turwinkle, we will see you later, sir.
I'll miss you.
We'll miss you too, sir. Bye-bye.